Do you see what is happening here? A Muslim who dislikes Muhammad. A Muslim who disapproves of Muhammad's sayings.
What did he say about it?
A Muslim who calls records of Muhammad's sayings as Harry Potter.
So I asked you a question earlier. 100. Excuse me, sir. Please don't waste time. Instead of mocking, scoffing, you might as well straight away answer some questions. 124,000 prophets. Any evidence? Have you got any evidence, sir? Well, I don't have. That's the point. Have you got any evidence, my dear young friend? 124,000 prophets. I asked last week, no evidence. Have you got an evidence, sir? No, sir. Have you got an evidence for 124,000 Islamic prophets? No. Excuse me, sir. Do not run away from the serious issues. Are you a Muslim, sir?
Yes.
Are you ashamed of Islam, sir?
Are you ashamed of Christianity?
No, I'm not. 124,000 prophets. Where do you have evidence? Have you got any evidence? None at all. Ask them time and time again. What you receive is just this. Come near and just say something, repeat it, sing their national anthem and move away. This is not the way you approach religion. This is not the way you approach figuring out who God is. So 124,000 prophets, a big fat lie. We also saw last week there are a whole lot of other things which make Islam a big fat lie. But today we are here to deal with another very particular issue. Muslims have been told for a while that Islam is an Abrahamic religion. Muslims have been told for a while that Islamic Allah is the same as the Yahweh of the Torah. Muslims have been lying.
Your Bible is a lie.
Sweetie, Muslims have been lying about these things. If you go to any city in our nation, you would find tables with many free booklets, free Qurans, free booklets. Excuse me, sir, please learn to listen, sir. Free booklets, Moses, Jesus, Muhammad. How many of you have seen this? Moses, Jesus, Muhammad. Have you all seen that? Same message. Have you seen that thing across our nation here? This is a prominent lie which is being advanced today. But if you actually carefully look at the content of Islam and compare it against the content of the Bible, you would find out there could not be nothing more
Can you defend your Bible?
which is further from the truth. Nothing further from the truth. And today, in particular, we are going to look at the issue of slavery. Particularly slavery. If there is any intelligent person here, please be prepared.
According to your
The
Bible,
subject should be clear to you, and the subject is slavery. I am now going to give you a few very precise details regarding how slavery in Islam works. Very particular details. Today, there is a bit of a confusion. The word slavery is used both in the Bible and in the Quran.
Why are you scared to defend your Bible?
And unfortunately, because of this case, essentially people have been hiding behind big fat lies. Muslims have been hiding behind. Even media such as BBC,
The other day, I was going through an article in BBC, and BBC is fast to defend Islam without even. Excuse me, sir. What qualification have you got about this, sir?
Can I ask you a question?
I am going to ask simple questions. Try and answer, sir. And then let's deal with that, sir.
Are you an apologist?
So BBC says slavery in Islam is very similar to the slavery in the Bible. Let's try and examine if this is really the case.
Your slavery involves children.
Slavery in Islam.
Slavery involves black and brown women.
I'm going to read to you a particular hadith source at the moment.
Your slavery
Any Muslim who wants to defend Islam, please pay attention and begin to answer my questions.
Bible.
Sahih Muslim
That's your supervisor who provides.
103901.
Where?
Sahih Muslim 103901. What do we find? We find the fact of the so-called Islamic Islamic prophet who never had a prophecy to his credit. The so-called prophet
You're one of the prophecies.
thinking that one Arab is equal to two black men.
No.
How many of you today agree with this idea? Today, excuse me, sir, today we use the term racism. When anyone assumes that the value of any particular ethnic human being is different to any other particular ethnic human,
You're lying.
we say that
You're lying.
we use the term racism. Can you see the desperation here? When Muslims are desperate, what do?
You don't want to talk.
They either sing their national anthem
You don't want to
or do these simple things. Apart from this, do they do anything more sensible?
Let's talk then.
Do they respond to questions? They don't.
Let me respond to it.
So let me read to you. Sahih Muslim, book number 10, the saying number 3901.
Where are you from?
Jabir, Allah be pleased with him, reported there came a slave and pledged allegiance to Allah's apostle, may peace be upon him, on migration. He, the supposed holy prophet, did not know that he was a slave. Then there came his master and demanded him back.
Where are you from?
Whereupon Allah's apostle, may peace be upon him, said, sell him to me. And he bought him for 2 black slaves. And he did not afterwards take allegiance from anyone until he had asked him whether he was a slave or a free man. Desperation. Sahih Muslim, book number 10, saying 3901, says the so-called Islamic prophet, who is not a prophet because he doesn't have any prophecy to his credit, thinks that one Arab is equal to 2 black men. So here begins the problem. Please try. If you want to speak about the Bible, sir, please try and find out where in the Bible you get the idea that one white man, that one Arab or any other white man is equal to 2 black men. Do you find such an idea?
In your Bible.
Such a very reprehensible idea, primitive, backward idea in the Bible?
Black people are
Do you find that there?
in your Bible.
Excuse me. You see, do you see that? In my Bible, black people are cursed.
Yes.
Please find out the reference. Bring the verse here. Let's read it, sir. Bring the Bible. Find out the verse. Please read, sir.
Okay, I'll find it.
Find it, yeah, find it, please. Because he's afraid to take the book because he wants Google. So, one Arab is equal to 2 black people. We call it racism.
Where are you from, my friend?
The problem is this. Is the first point I would like to make is this, my dear friends. The historic Islamic racism is firmly rooted in the historic slavery, Islamic slavery is firmly rooted in very retarded, backward, racist ideas. Try and find similar racist ideas in the Bible. It's a challenge to you. And at the same time, if you try and find that, answer the question. 2 black slaves, 1 Arab. How many of you are happy with this idea? 2 black slaves is equal to 1 Arab slave.
No.
Anyone happy with this idea?
Right here, no.
So clearly you're not happy with Sagi Muslim.
You're lying. You're lying.
Sagi Muslim.
You're lying.
Sagi
You're
Muslim.
lying.
Are you a tape recorder, sir?
Oh, you are lying.
Can you say
Shut the
any
fuck up.
other
This is
statement
fucking
than that, sir? Even your Islamic brother is laughing at you, sir. Any other Muslim who can make some sense? Any other Muslim who can add a bit of material? You, sir? Are you Muslim, sir?
Why don't you let him answer?
He can't answer apart from repeating the same recorded message over and over again.
Let me answer it.
Do you consider... Okay, 1 minute. Are you happy with this idea?
Let me talk.
Are you happy with the idea that 1 Arab slave is equal to 2 black slaves? Happy with the idea?
Fabrication, you're lying. That ayah you're talking about is not referring to a slave. Not referring to anything. That's never even been said. How can a prophet?
Do you agree with this, sir?
The source?
Sagi Muslim, do you have hadiths on your phone?
No. Which
That's
book
a lie.
is it from?
Sagi Muslim,
Which book is it from?
Sahih Muslim.
I don't believe it's a Muslim.
You don't believe in the hadiths?
No, I'm Shia. I'm not Sunni.
Okay, you're
don't believe in
Shia.
it.
Okay, that's fine. So that's where. Do you believe that Muhammad had slaves?
No.
He was in the process of
Abraham
removing
had
slaves.
slaves
It
in
was
the
a
Bible.
process.
What was the process?
At the time of Islam, slaves existed. The Prophet came and started
Christians and
eradicating
Jewish
slavery.
people.
He freed Bilal al-Habashi. He
was a
freed
black
loads.
guy.
He set loads of slaves free.
So-
He used to buy slaves and release them.
So Bilal was freed by Muhammad. Are you sure about this?
No, Abu Bakr paid. Abu
So Bilal-
Bakr paid for his freedom, and he was the first black muezzin.
Was Bilal released by Muhammad?
Yes.
As from the teachings of Muhammad, yes. But Abu Bakr
No, no,
paid.
no, 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 no. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Where did Abu Bakr get Bilal from?
The
The
Prophet
Prophet told Abu Bakr to go and pay.
release him.
Stay silent, sir. You can't make sense. Coming to you.
Listen, if you're gonna pick,
Where did Abu Bakr receive Bilal from?
If you're gonna pick and choose words,
your
we
Christians.
can't debate.
I'm asking you.
From the Christians.
Where
You tell
did
me.
I'm asking
I don't
you?
know. You tell me.
Abu Bakr inherited things from Muhammad.
No, he
How do
didn't.
you inherit from him?
How are
do
you
you
So
inherit?
Bilal,
Are you
Why would he
crazy?
inherit? It's not his
Are you
daughter.
okay? Are you okay,
How do you
man?
inherit him?
Bilal,
No,
Bilal.
how can
okay?
Abu Bakr
Are you
inherit
okay?
the Prophet?
Did Bilal ever bought by Muhammad?
No. No, he was
Abu Bakr
never.
paid for him.
He was never
Abu
told by
Bakr
Muhammad.
paid for his freedom.
Was Bilal in the service of Muhammad?
No. No, he
He was the
wasn't.
muezzin.
Yes.
He used to call
So
prayer.
when Muhammad was
No,
around?
that was all the Muslims.
When Muhammad was around, was he there?
No, he
Do it
wasn't.
once. That's not a job. That's just something you do.
Question, simple. Was Bilal around when Muhammad was there?
I'm around when slavery is around now.
That's
Slavery
not the
exists
question asked, sir. If Abu Bakr was going to release Bilal, which isn't the case,
now. Why not? Who paid for him?
I'll get to the hadith for you. Abu Bakr didn't release Bilal either. But if Abu Bakr was going to do that, do you realize Muhammad did not do it? Do you realize that, sir? I'm not asking why not. I'm just telling you, if Bilal was a slave, even by the time of Abu Bakr, when he was in the service of Islam, when Muhammad was still around, clearly, all through the life of Muhammad, Bilal was still a slave.
No, in the Prophet's time, he was not a slave. The Prophet paid. The Prophet told Abu Bakr to release him.
There is more black people than
The Prophet was alive. Abu Bakr was alive, and they released Bilal al-Habashi.
So let's read this particular. Would you like me to read the hadith for you?
I don't believe in Sahih Bukhari or Sahih Muslim. I'm Shia.
Okay, we'll come to you later. So, Sunni Muslims here.
He's Sunni. He might agree with the hadith.
You are a Sunni Muslim, sir. Please come here. Please come here, sir. Let's try and see. Let's try and see if Muhammad released Abu Bakr. Sahih Bukhari. Sahih al-Bukhari.
I'm not Sunni. I'm not.
Okay, you're not Sunni. You see, are you Sunni or not, sir? So even a Sunni Muslim is now running away because he can't deal with the hadith sources.
My friend, you've got strong faith. You have strong faith.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yes, thank you.
Because
Now,
your faith.
but what we're dealing with here is very important. So now that the other gentleman has run away, let's get back to what we were talking about earlier. My dear young friends, please join in. How many of you believe one Arab person is equal to two black people? Anyone? Are you happy with that idea? One Arab is equal to two black people? You, my dear friends, are you happy with this idea? Why is everyone ashamed? Are you Muslim, sir? No, you're not. Are you Muslim, sir? Are you happy? Are you happy?
Your idea,
Yes.
what you're saying, yeah, you keep repeating the same thing.
Yeah.
Because nobody will answer this question.
Let me answer her.
Yeah, answer please. Yes, please.
And don't put words in people's mouth.
Yeah, please.
And when someone comes to you and speaks,
Excuse me, sir. Can we please get on to the question, sir?
try to listen.
Okay, you have now listened. Are you happy with the idea? But do you realize?
That's racism.
Very good.
And that's
So do you see what is happening here? Our dear friend here, are you a Muslim, sir?
I am.
So our dear friend here, who is a Muslim, disagrees with the so-called Islamic prophet. Because what he thinks he doesn't like, which is racism, Islamic prophet considered to be true. One Arab slave is equal to two black slaves. Who said that?
That's not true.
Muhammad, the so-called Islamic prophet. You need to go.
That's a lie.
You need to go argue with Sagi Muslim, sir.
And I can argue with you.
Sagi
Because
Muslim.
I will tell you something.
No. Do you agree? Excuse me,
Number
sir.
one, this person, they don't accept Santa Maria as a sin. You don't know Santa Maria.
Excuse me, sir.
So go and read.
Cut short the nonsense. Let's get back to the facts.
Number two,
Sagi Muslim.
they don't
How
accept
many of you Muslims read hadith sources?
Vatican as Christian.
How many of you Muslims are happy with the Sahih hadith sources? Listen to him, you won't get an answer.
These people,
Sahih Muslim,
they divided
chapter 10,
Christianity.
verse
So
3901. My dear young friends, do you agree?
Don't find them.
My dear young friends,
There is no
do you
people
agree
who are
with the
allowed
idea
to speak
one
in the
Arab
name
is equal to
of
two
Jesus
black
of Bethlehem?
people? Are you happy with that?
Jesus of Bethlehem. Yeah, those guys, they don't
Talk
allow.
about Islam,
They don't allow.
run and hide.
These people,
Because for Islam, they haven't got a defense.
Muslim Christians,
How many Muslims here would like to engage
they have the
with the
same
points
struggle in
that I'm asking
Palestine.
here?
So they come here.
So
to
why
divide people.
did Muhammad
To speak
consider
about the Pope
black
of the
people to be
Vatican?
inferior?
Why don't you accept him?
Why
Christian.
did Muhammad
What
consider
Christian are you?
black people to
What
be
about Santa
inferior?
Maria,
Because
the mother of Jesus.
Muhammad,
Why don't you accept
the
her?
so-called
Sin.
Islamic
This is what
prophet,
you come here
who
to
never
divide
had a
mankind,
prophecy
not only
to his
religion,
credit,
but you are
was a deep
before Muslims.
racist.
I don't care what
He
you
was a
say. I
hater
can tell you
of
about
black people.
racism. In
We find more
1948,
evidence.
in Belgium,
Sagi
and you find
al-Bukhari,
people in cage.
chapter 9,
1400
89
years ago, the
to
Prophet
56.
Muhammad When he
What do you
built the
find?
first mosque ever
Muhammad-
in Islam.
Muhammad
He did
describes
warriors.
black people
They were rich.
as
They were
racing
rich people,
heads.
but he chose that black
How
man
many
named
Muslims
Bilal
are
ibn
happy
Rabah.
with the idea
The first
that
ever
black people are described
call for
as
prayer
racing
in Islam.
heads?
So, where is
How
the
many of
racism in
you,
here?
excuse me sir, are you happy
Where
with
is
the
the
idea
racism?
that black people
See how
are
many
called
black people,
racing heads
Muslims,
by Muhammad? Do you agree with that idea, sir?
This faith is there was slavery in it.
Anyone agrees with that
How
idea?
many black men
Black
there?
people being called racing heads? Anyone
And
agrees with
leaving your
that?
supervisors,
So clearly,
they give you mission
Muslims
to come
ought
here
to leave
and divide
Islam
people.
because you do not agree with your own so-called Islamic prophet
You don't
who
agree
never
with
had a
Christianity
prophecy
either.
to his credit. You don't like what he said, you don't like what he thought, and therefore, my advice to you,
I'm
my
advising
dear
you
friends,
I'm
is to
advising
leave
you, yeah?
Islam.
Welcome Catholic people.
If you think
They are Christians,
racism
as you
is
are,
wrong,
claim it.
leave
And also
Islam.
that the KKK who are killing black people in the United States, in a nation,
How
the fake
particularly
Jesus, they are same religion are you.
does Islam
The white
approve
supremacists,
of the black
Zionists.
slavery,
So you come here,
African slavery?
have an agenda, give it
Al-Tabari.
supervisor.
Al-Tabari,
Not Quran.
Volume
That's not
2,
Islam.
page
Harry Potter
11.
strategy, my friend.
Did you hear what just happened?
That's Harry
Sagi
Potter.
Muslim
Yes.
is Harry Potter. Listen from your Muslim brother.
That's what he said.
Muhammad's sayings
You should be
collected by
proud.
Sagi Muslim as Sagi Muslim is Harry Potter. Do you see what is happening here? Do you see what is happening here? A Muslim who dislikes Muhammad, a Muslim who disapproves of Muhammad's sayings,
What did he say about it?
a Muslim who calls records of Muhammad's sayings as Harry Potter. This is what you find in Hyde Park. Shameless. You need to leave Harry Potter, sir, and come to Jesus Christ.
Harry Potter style.
Let's move on. So problem number one in Islamic slavery
Arabic.
is the fact of deep-rooted racism. Problem number two,
Middle East is not Islam.
it's not just that
It's the last religion.
Islam thought black people were inferior.
Build
Islam
the Kaaba.
also thought
That's a proof.
non-Muslims, unbelievers of Islam were inferior. Where do we find evidence for this?
That's not an evidence.
Right in the Quran,
Google made
chapter
up
25, verse 44.
people from no reason.
Chapter 2, verse 171. Chapter 7, verses 175 to 177. Chapter 62, Surah 62, Ayah 5. Go through all of these. What do you find?
We'll find out.
Quran? Okay, let's find. Come on. Come here, please.
Unite people, not divide people.
Well, unfortunately, I'm reading to you from your own sources, sir. If you think your sources are dividing, leave Islam.
Hatred and division. To divide mankind,
Come here, sir.
hey, love one another.
Please read this particular
Did he mention who
ayah for me,
loves
sir.
Allah?
Surah Al-Furqan,
So love
ayah
unite.
44. Please read that for us, sir. Well, read this, sir. Or do you think that most of them hear or understand? Talking about those people who did not hear or understand Islam, what is it saying? Exactly. Who is it talking about? About me, because I have rejected Islam. So about me, what is it saying? They are as the cattle. Cattle. No, they are farther astray. So how does Islam see non-Muslims? Please come and read this, sir. Islam sees non-Muslims as cattle, as pigs, as cows, as sheep, camels.
And then he read from the
Islam tells you there is none. Muhammad Hijab. We have a problem here. We have a problem here. Muhammad Hijab. Islamic slavery is a serious problem. Please come over here and defend your Islam. Muhammad Hijab, please come over here and defend Islam. Islam calls
what about
Islam Hijab. We have a problem here, please. And the problem is slavery. I'm doing well. How are you doing?